Hey, what's up? This is Miasin. So today I'll actually cover what happened at YCS Niagara, how I ended up getting top 8. So this is a deck that I've been playing ever since the release. This is nothing new. It's not like a build that I came up out of nowhere just for the event. It's also not like something that was kind of like designed to be a miracle. I also brought this deck to YCS Portland, except that I didn't have I couldn't get my hands on Phantasmes and stuff like that, and also my list was in Portland was like not optimal at all. I actually had to change a lot of stuff for Niagara. And I also played this deck at YCS Columbus. However, I played Rivalry and Goes and Match, which just cannot be played in this format actually. Honestly, I would honestly say that most continuous traps just cannot be played anymore because Salamangrade Foxy just kind of shits on everything, to be honest. So for my matchups, I ended up playing 3 Orchist. One of them was Cyber Orchist, the 2 other were like pure Orchist kind of that were going first decks with the Warrior engines, so Armageddon Knight, Dark Refer, Ibli. I beat all 3 of my Orchest matchups, not too difficult, it wasn't that bad. I also played against, I believe, 3 Brandish. I lost to one of them, actually. That was my loss in Swiss to John Wilkin, my friend. Apparently, I just cannot out, there can only be one. So I should honestly play just more spot removal. In my side deck, you'll see there's literally nothing at all. Yeah, the card's just way too impactful, to be honest. I also played against, I believe, 3 Salamangrate. One was the feature match, which I guess I lost. I guess you can say that. And also my real loss in top 8 was to my friend from Montreal, Davis, who played Salamangrate as well. I realized, like, as I was playing that, I wasn't playing at the best that I could. I misplayed twice. I had a Hers on the field. He had almost nothing. I almost had nothing too. Like, it was like very simplified game state, and I don't know why, but I was like very greedy with my with damage and resources. So I just wanted to do a lot of damage. So I just like made a Linkuriboh. Like, I just summoned Linkuriboh from my grave because I was already there, tributing the Hearse to get back Cyber Dragon from my grave, because my thought process was I want to tribute summon Cyber Dragon and attack 4 times to kill him. Because I have a Solemn Strike set, and, you know, I don't think he's probably going to be able to out Cyber Dragon through a Solemn Strike. But unfortunately, he had a Phantasme in his hand, so as soon as I summoned the Linkuriboh, he summoned Phantasme, and I had to waste my Solemn Strike on that. So that was really bad. Like, I should have just not summoned Linkuriboh at all, just predict the Phantasme, which I usually do perfectly. I never Link Summon at all. I always play around the possibility of my opponent having Phantasme and stuff like that, and the Chimera Techs. By the way, fun fact, I didn't get Chimera Tech a single time in, was it, what, 13 rounds? And almost every single one of my opponents play Chimera Tech cards. I just play around them constantly. Even Phantasme, like, people were rarely resolving the card against me. But no, seriously, against Davis, I just completely messed up. And then game 2, I guess I got God's punishment for misplaying game 1 because I just completely bricked and he drew very, very good. He went Buffalo, discard Lady Debug, so you already know that he has a really good hand, because otherwise he just would have went normal Debug to search. So that's how I got knocked out in top 8. Apart from that, I won every single one of my matches. Have I played anything spicy? I don't think so. It was really just Brandish, Salamangrate. Oh, I actually played against the same Danger Thunder Orchis Crusadia Guard Dragon deck twice. One in Swiss and then in top 32. In top 32, he actually realized how my deck worked. So he did something really smart. He made the Trishula Fusion to look at my extra deck, banished the Starving Venom, and then he ended his turn on just no fusion monsters. He didn't make Super Bolt, so I couldn't Dragos Tapelia him with Super Poly. So that's how he won game 1 out of in the top 32. And then game 2, he kind of misplayed. He did the same thing, but this time he actually did make a Super Bolt. So I was able to Dragos Tapelia him and grind him out to death. And then game 3, once again, he banishes my Super Poly target, but it doesn't matter because I didn't draw Super Poly, I didn't draw Phantasme, and I didn't draw Nibiru. So I actually had to grind the game out the conventional way with actual real Cyber Dragon cards and a real actual engine. which you rarely see, which you know, it doesn't, you know, happen every time. I also had hand traps. I didn't see anything. Yeah, no, it was a really interesting match actually. The game 3 was probably one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I really enjoyed it so much. And then in top 16, I played against another another friend from Montreal again, playing Brandish. I tribute summoned Phantasme for game 1 because he had a Widow Anchor and I had a 3600 Mega Fleet, and the only way I was winning was specifically by tribute summoning Phantasme to make sure that the Widow Anchor couldn't steal anything on my field, because it doesn't matter if I get negated, but if I got stolen, I can't OTK, and he had like Engage in hand, like 17 spells engraved, like I would have died. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The deck profile has been explained on Sam's channel. If you have any questions, I can probably answer them here. No, I will be cutting Manhunt, Crackdown. That card was just underwhelming. You know, there was situations where I would actually have the card, and I couldn't even use it because my opponent already had the Foxy in the grave. Or it would just get popped and then they would get back their monster. And sometimes I would go like, Manhunt, steal a Galatea, and it would be like, yeah, would have been nice if I still had Dingirsu, right? Oh man, yeah. That moment when you actually have to give back a Galatea when you could have just had a Dingirsu, man. That would have been sick. That would have been really good. Oh man. Anyways, my side deck sucked, by the way. Ogre and Ash are garbage. If anything, I'm just gonna play one of each going forward. Shared Ride, it's just as good as how poorly your opponent wants to play into it. So someone who just goes like Area 0, Excavate something, and then you change Shared Ride, even if he gets a Brandish card, he's not forced to add it, and then he's not forced to make Shizuku. So the Shared Ride just ends up being like really bad if you're already losing. It's only good when your opponent has to do something, but no. You remember, you're always the protagonist, you're always losing, and you always have to try to win through the nuts. But yeah, no, Shared Ride sucks. Evenly sucks completely. I want to play like MSTs or Typhoons instead. I don't know if Typhoon is good anymore. Maybe. I know it's an interruption. It's pretty good against Pendulum, Draco, and I guess Brandish in a way. I guess. It's also pretty good against Guru, to be honest. It actually pops the final battle even when it's face up. That's cool. Unending Nightmare actually does a lot. Against Guru, it's insane. They lose almost every single card in their deck. They only keep the Solemns. Literally, they lose Hidden City, every single Floodgate summon limit there can only be one, Final Battle, they can't reset it. Unending Nightmare is just one of the best cards in the whole deck. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the tournament report. By the way, I had a lot of fun. This was a Niagara event, and I live in Montreal, so that was like a, 7-hour 30 drive. It wasn't that bad. It's the only YCS that I can attend, though, this, I don't want to say this year, but this season at least. I'll probably be going to more regionals, but that's pretty much all I can do. And yeah, I will probably be back to uploading more frequent videos. By the way, I have like a Trap Tricks combo video if you guys are interested, so it's probably going to be uploaded later this week. And yeah, till then, Yasin is signing out. Peace.